I'm at Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, right by traffic, right by the street, so it's very noisy here. There's just a stream that kind of cuts through. It's pretty cool. Where you go over the big bridge that's all the way down there. I've never saw this bridge before, so we're going to take the trail here and see where it takes us to. So continuing on through the path. You can see the railroad tracks continued on here. We'll look over the side of the bridge in a moment. I always wondered where the railroad came into Lake Geneva. So it's on the far east side. Wow, it's really high. And we'll go on the other side now. Granted, I'm shooting into the sun, so it's a little bit overexposed there. So here's the old Lake Geneva Railroad Bridge. It's on the east side of Lake Geneva. It's right as you're coming into the town from Chicago. These trains used to come in from downtown Chicago, Illinois. So I guess about a block down here, I'm going to see if I can make it to it. There is where the old turntable used to be, according to the landmark plaque. So here's a historic railroad site. That's what I was looking for. So here's a little bit of history on it. Passing through the site from 1871 was the Chicago and Northwestern Railway main line to Lake Geneva Depot. 2 blocks to the northwest on this site was a steam engine service facility, switching track off the main line, a 2-stall engine house, a section house, a water tower, a well, and a 50-foot gallon flame turntable to turn the engines around for the return trip points east in Chicago. The rail line was extended to Williams Bay in 1888. Railroad service to Lake Geneva was terminated in August 11, 1975. And here's a picture of the old Lake Geneva train station. And then down below is the turnaround, the actual turntable for turning around the engines. Here's a bridge that I just showed not too long ago. And then here's a map. There's a little bit of sun on it right now, but you can kind of see the detailed areas of where it was. The lumber yard. It's pretty interesting. So I'm going to zoom back a little bit just so it's in focus. I guess the turntable was actually where these apartments are now, because this is the main line right here that used to come in. Here's the board we were just looking at. So it would have a switching station back, it would have the tower there, it would have the service yard here. So I'm assuming that once they extended it past, it went through here to Fontana, which you can kind of see it has a clearing here. Now I don't know if the switch was on this side or the turntable, I'm sorry. It doesn't look like there's enough room unless these houses were built after. You can kind of see how it went through here. It's Go a little bit more up here. Actually, there's actually a railroad tie right there. They used them as the embankment there. So I'm assuming this is exactly where it went through. Now I know at some point it would have had to have turned. You can see it kind of cut off this street from the main way. So here's where the Lake Geneva train station used to stop. I'm actually at North and Broad. So the historical railroad depot. And here's a placard for it. So I showed earlier, so after it went over the bridge, it actually came out somewhere over here and then crossed North Street. So here's some photos of it. And here's the map. Gold medal flower, which I'm assuming was through the utilized the train tracks as well. I'm not sure if this was a spur into the bottom. It looks pretty steep, so I doubt it, but it's a really old building. I don't know how old, but pretty cool. I've always wondered where the station was. So it's probably like 5 or 6 blocks from downtown Lake Geneva, so people had to walk a little bit. But if it was for their houses, it was all good. Okay, now I'm in Williams Bay, and this is actually one of the train stations. They turned it into the beach house. But when the train line used to come from Lake Geneva, when they did the extension, which I covered earlier, it used to come right to this train station right here. I mean, you can't tell where the tracks were or anything because they built the whole park out of it, but it's kind of neat. Kind of walk through here. Oh, you can actually get to the beach this way. That's a sign for Williams Bay. It's gonna be a really quick little tour. Trying to stay with the sun around. Oh, that's the beach. They have all the lifeguard stands down in that. But and that's it.